Welcome to Life Transformation Radio. This show is all about life transformations and our journey from where we were to why we are doing what we are doing today. We will discuss the hiccups, the roller coasters, and the blood, sweat, and tears that has been poured out while discovering our purpose. It is all about our transformations. Here is your host, Sean Douglas.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to another episode of Life Transformation Radio. I am your host, Master Resilience Implementer, TEDx speaker, business positioning strategist, and international best-selling author, Sean Douglas. This show is currently heard in over 90 countries. So whether it's your first time joining us or you've been listening to us for some time, I want to thank you to those who are listening from around the world. Life Transformation Radio is all about our transformation. Here is where we tell the stories of why we're doing what we're doing, highlighting that transformational moment that changed our lives and how we use it to then transform others and elevate their lives as well. You can listen to us live right here on the Blog Talk Radio Network, Tuesday through Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also join our Facebook group at Life Transformation Radio Community and never miss an episode by subscribing where you listen to podcasts. Life Transformation Radio can be heard on the Blog Talk Radio Network at blogtalkradio.com/Life Transformation Radio. It can be heard on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, TuneIn, Player app, Radio Public, Overcast, CastBox, the Himalaya app, any podcast app that you may have on your phone, and you can listen to us on Pandora as well. We also have a YouTube channel, so subscribe to our YouTube channel at Life Transformation Radio. On the show, my guests are entrepreneurs, speakers, business owners, coaches, authors, other podcasters, amazing human beings having an impact in the world around them. And my guest today has done exactly that. If you have any questions for any of the guests that I bring on the show during our live broadcast, Tuesday through Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, go ahead and give us a call at 657-383-1109. Again, the number is 657-383-1109. And with that, please welcome to the show my guest for today, Brian Gibson. Brian, welcome to Life Transformation Radio.
Well, thank you for having me.
Man, I'm super honored and excited to have you on the show, man. You have an amazing mission that's near and dear to my heart and a lot of other veterans. So I appreciate you spending some time with us today.
Brother, anything I can do for our brothers and sisters, I will. That's just...
Appreciate that, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
what do we want to talk about today?
There's a lot of talk about, veterans and veteran homelessness and veteran suicide. And, there's a lot of stats and statistics and all kinds of information and data out there. And it always seems like we're never catching up. We're never solving the problem. We're never going to catch up and get our veterans the help that they need. But you found a way. So we're going to talk about fighting the war on veteran suicide with Brian Gibson. Brian Gunny Gibson Diehard. Brian joined the United States Army as a combat medic in 1985 and served in Operation Desert Storm and Desert Shield. Brian retired from active duty service in 2016 at 26 years of service, having served in Operation Iraqi Freedom as well. His new mission is to serve by forming Project Diehard to fight the war on veteran suicide and to assist his brothers and sisters in getting the help they need. Project Diehard's mission is to bring public awareness to veteran suicide and to assist veterans in coping with the stress and difficulties in transitioning from active duty military to civilian life. He is also a member of Free Spirit Motorcycle Ministries. You can click on the link Project Diehard and check out his website and see what he has going on with that mission. Brian, the first question that I have to ask, and I believe is the most important question you could ask yourself, is why? Why do you do what you do?
Why do I do what I do? Well, real simple, brother. I'm more of an action person than a talker. You're right. We've had years and years and years of study and this and that and this and that of veteran suicide. So let's do something about it. Let's just not talk about it. Push-ups are great, but that gets you healthy. Great, but we got to do something about it. That's the why of my mission. You know, we don't talk, we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true, man. And us military guys, we're always trying to figure out something, solve a problem, make things better, reaching out, serving from a place of heart-centered service. And that's what you've done. You created Project Diehard, which is addressing the veteran suicide. I would call it an epidemic, but also a crisis. And there's always stats that are, 22 a day. At one time, we had it down to like 18 or 19 a day. This is something that I'm heavily involved in as an active duty serviceman, is the veteran suicide and even active duty suicides. So between active duty and veterans, usually about 22 a day. If you add in first responders, it's about 35 a day for the first responders. So this is something that, I've been working on since 2015. So we got to figure out something for these men and women who have served and then get out of the military and feel like they're left alone. They're put out to pasture, whatever you want to call it. They say the military retiree has done 20 years of service. Military retiree has a life expectancy of about 5 years because they lose their, they lose their identification of themselves. They always said, I'm a military serviceman or woman. I am, I serve in the military. It's a huge mission. And then when they're done and they're retired, they're stuck. They miss the fast-paced life, the TDYs, the deployments, the everyday putting on the uniform, what it means to them to put the uniform on. And they lose their identity. They lose their camaraderie and their brotherhood. And it's funny that you'd mentioned, the motorcycle ministries. That's how motorcycle clubs started, was people coming home from Vietnam and wanted an outlet and wanted a brotherhood to be a part of. And a lot of motorcycle clubs got started that way.
Well, brother, I got to correct you. That was World War II. The fighter pilots started.
Sorry. World War II.
Yeah.
World War II.
Yeah, it was World War II. And, there is that. That was the adrenaline, the free spirit, you know what I mean? It's just, there's something about hopping on a motorcycle and just riding, right? Yeah. It's just exhilarating. And then you got your brothers that served in the same situation you did, so you have something in common.
Yeah.
This is why we want to build these facilities that we're trying to build. We want to give that place for a veteran, whether it be for a day, a weekend, a week, a month, up to a year, to come and get right, to heal them mentally, heal them spiritually, heal them physically. These are what our facilities are going to do. We're going to give them that safe, secure place.
And that's what's needed, really. I think a lot of people get out of the military thinking that it's going to be so much better on the outside, but then they find out that, maybe grass wasn't always greener, or they got out for the wrong reasons. Maybe they got out because of bad leadership, and then they get into the civilian world and it's no different. And, like I said, man, they lose their identity. Like, well, who am I now? Who am I at my core? So I think if we address that, people getting out of the military, I think if we address that, and hit that problem there, my hope would be that we would have less issues on the outside.
Oh, look, I'm in total agreement. When I went to retire, well, you're retiring here soon, aren't you?
Yep. Yeah, man, I retire in June.
Okay. Have you done all those retirement classes?
Yep, I done TAPS. Just did TAPS last week.
Okay, so you did 20 years of your life to get ready for another 20 years in a week. Does that make sense?
I get
that
it,
does not make sense to me.
Right.
I know when I was retiring as a senior non-commissioned officer, right? They stuck all the senior guys and the captains that were getting out, and they literally came in and gave us a class on balancing a checkbook. Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
I've written counseling statements on soldiers who couldn't balance a checkbook, right? Okay. But yeah, so we're a little bit more in depth than that. Okay.
Right.
Again, not all of our brothers and sisters are going to need what we're going to offer. They're not. Some are just going to need a weekend to get away. Some are going to be within close proximity, where when we have, like, I got a couple of veterans that are blacksmiths, right? I've already been in talk with them.
Mm-hmm.
When we get up and running, they're going to come give classes. You know, they're going to come out for a weekend and give a class on blacksmithing. So, if our residents want to take a class, of course. But if the veteran that's close by wants to come and take the class, come on. We're going to be that place that a veteran can come.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's more inclusive than, you know, the morning breakfast. Although those are great, but
yeah,
we're a little bit more inclusive than that.
Right.
We have partnered with counseling services, skill training services, therapy services. For 3 years, we've done the networking. Now, we got to put it all into action. We got 20 acres in the 3,000 square foot building donated to us in 2020. Is that amazing?
Oh, yeah.
2020.
That's awesome.
We almost had to close our doors. And then, wham. Here's 20 acres in a 3,000 square foot building. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of work that needs to be done in this building. All right.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Well, we'll get into that. Okay, next question.
So the show is all about transformation. And although we go through a lot of transformations in our life, and you have, going from, you know, young guy to military to retirement to creating and founding the Project Diehard, what would you say is a transformational moment that changed you and put you on the path to what you're doing today?
My transformational moment was, again, I retired, right? So, yeah, I needed a mission, but that wasn't it. The transformational moment was me is when the wife of one of my best friends, buddies, mentor, if they make a modern G.I. Joe doll, this guy's it, right? His wife calls me and goes, Doc. You know, I mean, she's in a panic. Doc. I'm like, take a breath, relax. What's wrong? You got to tell me what's wrong before I can tell you what to do, right? He's hanging in the garage.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Now, I'm not going to talk about the time I had a 45 in my mouth, because that's a totally different thing. That's not my transitional moment of why I'm doing what I'm doing. That is, all right, brothers and sisters, if I can go from that point to what I'm doing, you can too. But that was the big transitional moment when I said, you know what? Something's got to be done. A week after that, now mind you, I'm going back to motorcycles because I still got this motorcycle in about 1,000 pieces at my workshop. Because that's part of my therapy. I tinker on stuff, right? I'm building a motorcycle. A couple buddies come down and visit that I served with. My one buddy goes, hey, Doc, man, wouldn't it be great if your shop was bigger? Yeah. Any guy I know of, right? Then my other buddy goes, Doc, man, we could knock this thing out. We could have this totally built in 3 weeks if I can just hang out, man. You got a spare bedroom. I went, dude, you got to go talk to Maggie. Maggie's my wife, right? I said, because the last time you and I hung out, there was bail money involved. But then, but see, that was the catalyst. A bigger shop and a safe place to stay. That was the catalyst. But now we've grown a little bit bigger because knowing what I know now, I know what my brothers and sisters need.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take government money because government money comes with government rules. This is why brothers like you helping spread the mission and all of our other brothers that we have met within the veterinary tribe and all that, right? This is how we're going to win the wars, is by working together. Everybody does their part. Well, our part is giving them a safe, secure place to get right.
Perfect. I like it. And where is this located?
Forward Operating Base Rush is located in Makanda, Illinois.
Makanda, Illinois.
Yeah. Okay. Closest big town is Carbondale. That's Southern Illinois University. Silky's there. We're about 8 miles outside of that in the middle of wine country. I bet you didn't know Illinois had wine country.
No. Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, they do. I didn't know either until I drove by. I was like, what? But it's in a nice, quiet, secluded place. We got a pond.
Perfect.
Go to our Facebook page, Project Diehard 22. We posted pictures. ProjectDiehard.org's got some more pictures. We did a couple video shoots for Tightening Up. We're going to be posting that out there so people can actually see what's there. This is just, it's a great thing, and I mean, I just can't. For these people that donated to us, I'm still in amazement.
Yeah, how many veterans have you helped so far, do you think?
Oh, brother, even without our facilities up and running, I don't care to guess. That's one thing people tell me. Well, who have you helped so far? Well, I don't know. Our phone number has been out there since the beginning, right? I've lost count of how many brothers or sisters I talk to telling them it's going to be okay, man. You ain't got to do this.
Yeah. I bet it's not easy. The first time, the 100th time, or any time after that.
I won't. The only time I don't answer that phone is I'm in the shower or I'm sleeping. And even then, it's more of when I'm in the shower. But because even sleeping, I wake up from the sleep, and I apologize off the get-go that I just woke up. But if they want to talk, we're there to talk. In fact,
good.
WBGL.org radio station is doing a PSA for us, right?
Oh,
Have you listened to them at all?
No, I don't really listen to the radio. I really only listen to podcasts anymore. I haven't listened to the radio in a long time. My wife listens to the radio, but if I'm driving or if I'm in the car or at the house or something, I'm usually listening to a podcast.
I totally understand, brother, but through them, a veteran called them. They called us. I got a call yesterday morning about a veteran in Carbondale, Illinois that needed more of a friend than anything else.
Yeah.
So
right.
I contacted our chaplain at Forward Operating Base Rush, right? And said, hey, brother, call this guy, see what we can do to help. Well, it comes to find out, this guy's car is broken down, and before everybody starts harping, we don't even have the funds to fix our cars, let alone a veteran's car right now. But we did give him a ride to the grocery store so he could go grocery shopping. Took him to a doctor's appointment. My chaplain spent the whole morning with him. Showed him what we're going to be doing there at Forward Operating Base Rush. And come to find out, this veteran has been in the contracting field ever since he got out. And he's like, dude, I'll come over and help do this. I can do this. I can do that. I can do this. I said, bless you, brother.
Heck yeah.
But again, that's what these places are going to be for. And I wish I could have them over there right now tomorrow, but we kicked off a patron drive on January 1st. Forward Operating Base Rush, insurance and utilities. That's core stuff, right? Our attorney says we cannot have volunteers working until we have insurance. So we need 100 people to give $22 a month for us to cover the insurance and the utilities of Forward Operating Base Rush. Once we cover those two, go ahead.
Yeah. Why is it called Forward Operating Base Rush? What's the story behind that?
Oh, you're Air Force, aren't you?
Yep, I'm Air Force.
This is named after Sergeant Courtney Rush from the United States Air Force. Crew chief, right?
I'm a crew chief.
Yeah. She lost the battle with the demons January 3rd, 2012.
Oh, wow.
This is how we're going to name all of our facilities. Because we're going to put one of these in every state. They're going to be named after a veteran that lost the fight with the demons.
Right.
I took flack over not naming after somebody who had a Bronze Star, a Silver Star, or a Medal of Honor.
Right.
Brother, you and I both know, just because you leave combat doesn't mean the war ends.
Huh. Yep.
So to me, our brothers and sisters that lost that battle still need to be remembered.
Right. True. I agree. Yeah, what better way to honor them than to create something that leaves a legacy for them and, remembering them at the same time. I like it. I like it a lot.
That's
very cool.
Yeah, I am not the sharpest tool in the chest, but I got a lot of smarter people around me that there's this core belief that, if this is right, this is right.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get it. Totally get it, man. So talk about what Project Diehard will deliver in the future and how do you elevate those veterans around you?
Well, let's go to elevate right now. Every veteran I talk to, first, brother, sister, you okay? Don't be afraid to ask, are you okay? Don't be afraid to ask that hard question. Are you going to hurt yourself? Are you going to hurt somebody else? Mm-hmm. Okay? When I talk to them, and even when they're okay and everything like that, it's all right, man. Keep up the good work. Or even they're not having a good day. Look, man, you're too important to leave.
Especially if you got a young wife and kids.
Yeah. I kind of go to men too. So what do you do, right? What do you do now since you're out of the military? And I just tell them, and I go, oh, man, when we get forward operating base rush and we get our facilities up and running, man, I'm going to need you. What? You're going to need me? Yeah, man. So don't give up the fight, man. You can make it through this because I'm going to need you to help one of your other brothers or sisters.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Give them a mission. Give the veterans a new mission,
That's it.
That's what they need anyways. They need a purpose. Most of them get out and they're like, now what?
That's it.
You got to give them a purpose.
That's it. So I give them a purpose. It's, that's why I can't wait to cover the insurance and the utilities. Because I got an army of volunteers waiting. And 90% of them are veterans. To get them there rehabbing that building for their brothers and sisters,
Well, yeah, I wonder if Habitat for Humanity would do like a Habitat for Humanity project for you guys and rehab it, whatever rehab things that you need done. I wonder if Habitat for Humanity would be a great way to sponsor or maybe help take out a portion at least.
Habitat, we've reached out, we're talking, they're more into single dwelling homes, so we're looking long term for them, as in a veteran comes, goes through our counseling or all that and gets ready to go back out to the world. That's where we're going to partner with them.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Everybody has their piece of the pie. We are not we're up to a year. We're a transitional place. We're a hand up, not a hand out. That's why we're going to do skill training. I got mechanics, carpenters, plumbers, electricians, pipe fitters, blacksmith. That's all. It's just, hey, when can we come and do what we do? I keep telling them I'm working as hard and fast as I can, but I can't mortgage my house anymore, and I had to sell my motorcycle, so, hey. Yeah, it ain't easy running a nonprofit, brother. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I support 2 other nonprofits profits, and it doesn't look like it's an easy task at all.
Oh, it is not. But this is
Full
why.
time.
Yeah, this is why we ask people for $22 a month. That's 71 cents a day. You know, that's 22 bucks. We do that in remembrance of the 22 a day.
So future plans include rehabbing the building, getting skills and trades in there, having classes, having them stay. Like veterans can actually live or like stay in the building, correct?
Yeah.
Very cool. So they're not going to be homeless. So you're knocking out a lot there. You're knocking out a lot of things that cause that suicide. I don't think anybody's like, you know what? Screw it. Sounds like a great plan. You know, like suicide's great. You know, I mean, they get to the dark night of the soul. They get to the depths of their own life and just have had enough, and they're beat down, and they just don't care anymore. They've tried and tried and tried, and nothing's happened. And this is always like a last resort call.
Oh, it always is. But don't let it. No, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, man. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, I'm proof positive of that.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, there's one thing that sets us different. Now, look, I'm not putting down any other of my brothers and sisters that help our brothers and sisters. I'm not. Get that straight. But what sets us different is in this building alone, we're going to be able to house 2 veterans with their families.
Very cool.
Okay.
I love that, man. And the building was donated last year for that. That's the building that was donated, was for you to do that? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the building.
Very cool.
Okay.
Very cool.
Let me tell you how that came about.
Okay.
Another Air Force veteran. I don't know what you and the Air Force guys. Air Force veteran from California calls me about a year and a half ago. Are you guys real? Oh, yeah, we're real. Is this facility real? We're working as hard as we can, right? Well, I chased that rabbit down the hole, and here's this veteran, medically retired, 80%, cool, living in a car with his wife and 2 kids.
Oh, jeez.
Now, mind you, I reached out to the network and we got him help. I would not just leave, you know. But that's when I went back to my board and said, we're doing families. And my board went, we're what? A veteran can go to a 30, 60, 90-day program, right? And they...
Yeah, it would cost.
Well, no, they'll take the veteran.
Okay.
But will they take the veteran's family while they're in getting help? No. So what is that veteran thinking about while they're trying to recover from alcohol addiction or a drug addiction or, you know, anything? While they're in that program, what are they thinking about?
Many things, I think.
Their family, right?
Contemplating life.
Yeah, but their family.
Contemplating purpose. Yeah.
Is my wife and kids okay? Are they eating? Are they, you know? So, again, that's why we're going to do families.
I love that. So very cool. So if somebody wanted to figure out more about Diehard and maybe donate to your cause, how can they do that?
ProjectDiehard.org.
Okay. And
That's
there's
our
a donation
website.
link on there?
Oh, yeah. There's one up in the right-hand corner. You can type on how you can help because, yeah, I'll always take volunteers.
Yeah.
Always. I got to... Go ahead.
What's your goal for 2021 as far as donations raised? What's your goal?
Oh, that's a hard one, brother. Okay, well, look, I'm gonna go brass tacks on you, okay? Let's do some math.
Okay.
What? 100 people given 22. That's close to 20,000, right? 20,000 a year just covers the insurance and the utilities. That's it.
Okay.
I'm not even going to go into the rehab cost because that'll blow your mind. We got grants and stuff we're applying for, but remember, a grant is not a guarantee.
Right.
You ask, if they feel benevolent, they'll give it to you. So, say hypothetically here it's February, say by July we're up and running. We got 12 veterans in there, single veterans and 2 veterans with their families. So that's 14. That's 20 people living there, right?
Yeah.
Well, now we got to feed them. Yeah?
Yep.
We got to get funding for the equine therapy, the service dogs, the shops, the blacksmithing, just to be able to offer these things, right? We have a low-balling estimate because our goal is 90 cents on a dollar touching the mission of $40,000 to $60,000 a month just to operate it.
Jeez.
Can it be done? Yes, it can.
Sure. Gotta find the right people, man. So you're looking for monthly patrons and supporters at $22 a day. Not day. $22 a month. $22 a month. Yep, $22 a month. So you're looking for supporters. So I think that our listeners, they're looking to support something. Here it is, man. You know, February 2021, got a whole year ahead of you. For the remainder of the year, for $22 a month, you can be helping veterans. You can be helping the cause of stopping suicide for those veterans who gave their lives to the military, and now that they're out, they don't know what to do.
Oh, brother.
Veterans,
and look,
ones, you know, they
whether a person gives $22 a month or $22,000 a month, you are a patron. Every patron has the right to come to any facility at any time and say, show me where my money's going. But I got to do a caveat. I got to give a warning. When you do that, bring your muck boots and your work gloves, because there's always going to be something to do.
Right.
Okay? If you want to see our financials, not a problem. Send us a contact requesting it. I will send it out to our accountant. He has orders to release it to anybody who asks. I do not take a salary. None of my board takes a salary. We lost a $500,000 grant because we do not have paid employees.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Dang.
Somebody please answer that one for me? Non-profit. Isn't that what it's supposed to mean?
Wow. Well,
but it is what it is. And
the name, that's the way it goes, man.
Well, so I've gotten some hate email from some other veteran nonprofits of hey, you're giving us a bad name. Really? How about you look in the mirror first?
Right.
You
How
know,
about you actually do the mission you said you were going to do, which
yeah,
is helping veterans and not lining your pockets because of the veterans.
yeah, please.
Yeah.
Please. Please. Yeah, do that.
So where should everyone go to become a $22 a month donator? Because if you just do the math, from February to December, you would have people paying $264 a year. That's nothing. $264 a year is nothing. It is nothing.
Yeah.
$22 a month, $260 a year. You could pay $260 right now if you wanted to.
Wouldn't hurt my feelings.
But where should they go? Where should they go to donate?
ProjectDiehard.org.
And then there's the donate link.
That's it.
My goal, man, would be for you to raise $40,000 by December 1st of 2021. I want to set a goal for you, man. And I hope that you reach that $40,000. I'm going to donate. I'm for sure going to donate right after this. I'm going to sign up. We're going to donate. And I want everybody else to as well. Even if you only do it for the first year, even if you only give $250 for the entire year, nobody ever went bankrupt by donating. Fact. Nobody ever went bankrupt by donating.
Brother, I got a veteran. He's okay. But he gives $10 a month, right? And I want to give it back to him because I know his life. And he went, brother, this is what we can afford.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I know you could take this $10 and do something for your kids, your wife. You could, dude. But he is steadfast, $10 a month. I'm like, that's a, this amazes me. And I've seen it, and people have pointed it out, and they're right. The people with less give more than the people with more.
Yep. And they give less.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Please, Project Diehard 22 on Facebook. Follow us. We're going to have some big news coming out here real soon.
You know,
there's that. We're going to put one of these in every state.
It's awesome.
Okay.
So as we close the show, what is the message that you want to give to the listeners and people who will listen to this show throughout the year? What is the message that you want to leave them?
The message is real simple. It takes everybody to take care of the veterans. It's not the government's job. It's not the church's job. It's not the private sector. It's everybody. Okay? Everybody. Now I got to do a special one to my brothers and sisters. Brothers, sisters, do not give up. Don't give up. You can't. You are too important to this world. You have something in your background that's going to help somebody somewhere down the road. You need to hang around until that comes out. You have to hang on. We're working as hard and as fast as we can. But hang on. That's all I can say. Hang on. You can do this. Because if I can come from a 45 in my mouth to what I'm doing today, you certainly can. That's about it, brother.
Well, same thing, man. I had the same situation as you, man. I was ready to go, but, you know, I was saved. So, I've been on a mission to help as much as I can. And, you know, I would love to help you. So, everybody listening right now, you can go to projectdiehard.org. The link is right there in the show notes. Consider donating to help these veterans get off the street, get the help they need, and let's stop the war on veteran suicide. It's something that we shouldn't even be talking about. These men and women have served for years for something bigger than themselves, and the least we can do is give of ourselves back to them and show our gratitude to them so they don't feel like it was all for nothing. Brian, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for the mission that you're on, and I wish you the best for 2021.
Brother, I want to tell you this. When we get an update and we go to cut that red ribbon, I better see you there.
Oh, I'll be there, man, for sure.
All right, we'll see you then.
All right. Life Transformation Radio listeners, an amazing guest with a most powerful mission, fighting the war on veteran suicide. If any part of our conversation touched you, resonated with you, if you understood what these men and women go through after service, please reach out to Brian Gibson. Go to projectdiehard.org. Consider being a monthly patron of $22 a month. $260 some odd dollars a year. Consider donating so that he can continue his mission, get everything paid for that he needs to get paid for to help these veterans. And with that, I close the show by saying, live your brand. Living your brand means to find opportunities every day to live out the core values that you hold deep in your heart. I call this living your brand. So until next episode, live an amazing life.